Please welcome Rose Fernandez, candidate.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. What a wonderful day we're having. It's great to be part of such a lively, passionate crowd. You are looking at a mom on a mission. My mission is very simple. It is to put the boys and girls that are growing up in our wonderful state of Wisconsin first in every decision that's made regarding policy, regarding priority in our education system in Wisconsin. Children have to come first because we know that everything that we do for them matters so very much. Each of us can picture the children that are part of our lives. I'm the mother of 5. I think of my children all the time as I'm talking about what we need to do for public education in Wisconsin. I'm sure that you think of your children and grandchildren, friends that you know through church and in your neighborhood. We all know that it matters so very much to them how they are educated, what they are taught, how much we expect of them. The adults in their lives, their parents, their teachers, their pastors, their relatives, all of us have so much to do with what kinds of adults they will become, what they will make of their lives, what they will be able to accomplish, and what they will be able to accomplish for their children later on. I'd like to start when always I start talking about how children have come first in my life always. And I appreciate being part of this enthusiastic crowd, but there are some favorites in this crowd for me. I have to say that the students that are here, I would ask you to stand for a moment. All the students that we have with us today. I think we have a good number of students who have joined us. These students are learning today, and they're teaching us today too, and we're so appreciative that you're with us. My experience with children, putting children first, comes from my career as a pediatric nurse. I have a master's degree in pediatric nursing from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and my experience is in trauma care. I was privileged to be an executive manager at Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, one of the world-renowned pediatric academic medical centers in our country. That experience showed me that, as we do in the trauma room, every effort that adults make there, everything that adults can do, all the skill that they bring, the perspective that they bring, the focus, everything is directed toward the one child that we're caring for. We all know that we couldn't tolerate mediocrity there. We have one chance. We know what the outcome will be if we don't give it our best. Every one of you would agree that the stakes are very high in the trauma room, that we have lives on the line there. I say we have lives on the line in the classrooms of Wisconsin. So I call for some simple things. We need higher standards. We have to expect more of the students of Wisconsin. That's where it all begins, with expecting the absolute best. Kids growing up in Wisconsin should get the best education, not only in America, the best education in the world. I think that we can do a better job for our teachers. I think that we're wasting opportunities to allow them to grow as the professionals that they are. They're on the sidelines too often in decisions that affect what they're allowed to do in their classrooms. So I call for merit pay. I think it gives us an opportunity. Opportunity that is so useful in business to reward excellence with compensation. We should be tying the outcomes, and by the way, we have to have solid, concrete outcomes that we're looking for. That's how we measure whether our dollars are going where they need to go. And we can use those outcomes outcomes to evaluate teacher effectiveness also. We want our kids to excel. We should expect the same from the people in the big desk in the room. I believe strongly that choices in education serve our children, serve our families. That's what parents are looking for, and we need to encourage choices at every turn. I'm a strong advocate for choice, whether it is charter school options or cooperative ventures with some of our private schools, or choices within our brick and mortar schools, challenging the school to serve the student, not the system. And I'm a strong voice for the urgency to do something for the Milwaukee Public School District as soon as we absolutely can. We're going to face another graduation season this spring where graduation chairs in schools all across that district in Milwaukee, half the chairs are going to be empty. Half of the children are not going to graduate. What happens to a child who doesn't graduate high school? In this day and age, what can a child do when they haven't graduated high school? Sheriff Clark will tell you they're crowding his jail. We need to do better. We need to do better for those children. We need to do better for their families. We need to give them more options to excel, the highest expectation, and no tolerance for all the excuses that the other side think give them an out. Those excuses don't matter. What we do matters. I've been on a mission before. Last year, I led parents to Madison with their students, and we went there to look for champions in our legislature who would help us save a very few charter schools that served a fraction of a percent of the students in K through 12 Wisconsin statewide. We found those champions. We got a bipartisan bill through to protect the virtual charter schools in Wisconsin. By nearly a unanimous vote. We didn't get much credit ahead of time that we would be able to accomplish that. We didn't get much credit that even if we did get a bill written and presented, that it could ever pass, that it could ever get to the governor's desk, that the governor would ever sign it. He did. We accomplished it. We did. That mission was accomplished. We did accomplish that mission for those schools. And we served notice that the parents of Wisconsin, they can work with their teachers, with their administrators, come together when they needed to. They would stand tall. They would do what it takes to be the voice for the children that they love and care for so very much. When the state thinks it knows best, these kids belong to them, they thought. No, those are our children. We get to make the choices, but we have to stand tall. And this spring, we have an opportunity here in Wisconsin to look at policy statewide for public education. Not for just a few students in the virtual charters like we did last year, but for students in all schools in Wisconsin. I commend you for paying attention to the race. So very glad that you know who I am and what I'm about, and that you're with me on my mission. Please remember to tell others we're going to surprise them on April 7th. Lots of moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas are going to pay attention this time, because we know that the people elected in Wisconsin, they work for us. And they should be doing the job we want them to do. The special interest should be, they have their part in the picture, but we are the ones who should be answered to. The elected officials work for us. We know that the boys and girls of Wisconsin deserve more. We know that we can do better. We will do better. Thank you. Enjoy your day.